Hey guys, welcome to Cigar. Matt here today to review the My Father in Lancero. A few months back I started smoking these Lanceros and really enjoy them. And the My Father line tends to be very full, or on the fuller side. This cigar, if I remember correctly, was a medium full, but a very nice complex Lancero. This particular cigar is a Habano Rosado leaf that is grown in Ecuador, and it is Nicaraguan long filler. So as far as the look and feel of this guy, I have a pretty tight wrap except for right by the foot, a little loose there. But that is not uncommon with Lanceros. A lot of times when they roll them, they tend to do a little looser on the end to get a good burn going. The aroma is definitely a leathery aroma, and it's got a slight oil sheen to it, invisible seams, moderate veins, a fair amount of them, but they're all small, seem to be very consistent too. So looking forward to getting this guy lit up, and let's see how it goes. On the cold, dry draw here, I have a kind of a sweet cherry and tobacco that's coming through. It's definitely a cherry cedar, and the resistance is perfect, which for those of you that don't smoke Lanceros quite often, they're not that popular and they're not that easy to make. So these often tend to be plugged or so loose that you don't get a whole lot of flavors out of them. So let's get this guy lit up and see how it goes. Right off the bat, I get leathery and earth. The finish quickly moves to a black pepper with some cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, very complex mixture. The draw is great. For those of you that don't smoke Lanceros, this one's pretty normal as far as size is concerned. It's a 7.5 by 38 cigar. Lots of smoke, if you can't see it. Very thick smoke. And quite spicy off the start here. Got a little bit of a wrapper issue here. Hopefully that holds. Can I put it back there a little bit? The cap is good. It's a triple cap, it looks like, and the cap is holding fine. Just a little bit of loose seam here. I guess after light, maybe I got it too wet. Enter joke here. But definitely giving you a spicy, even a spicy draw and a spicy finish. And the finish is pretty deep right now. Very peppery, black pepper, and lasts quite a long time, and it's deep in the throat. So definitely wakes you up when you start smoking this. And I would say this is, at this point, is a full body cigar. The retrohale, you get strong white pepper, a little bit of those sweeter spices, but pleasant nonetheless. Very good, very full. Deep earth, rich earth, and some rich leather to it too. So we'll see how it progresses. We just started this off. It'll take a little while, so I'll get back and tell you how this cigar develops. Welcome back to Cigar Audit. Matt here working on the My Father Lancero. And so far the first third has been pretty eventful. A good mixture between leather and earth. The very beginning of the light was pretty strong, I would say very full. And it's pulled back to a medium full cigar with notes of coffee. Also a mixture of spices, although they've stepped back as well. And a very strong leather taste to it. Occasionally you get hints of cream, but so far it's not a creamy stick. And the draw has been perfect, but the ash only holds on for maybe a quarter of an inch and it falls off, so that's a little disappointing. But it's still not burning super hot. Still a lot of smoke, and I think it's a pleasant cigar. I expected a little bit more because the few times I've had these before, they've been better. But I got to give it a shot and see how it progresses into the second third. Typically, a burn time for this particular Lancero is going to give you anywhere between 50 minutes to an hour. A lot of times they burn quick at the foot because they are looser fill, and then as you get towards the middle of the cigar, they slow down. So far so good. We'll see how this guy progresses, and we'll check back after the body third. Welcome back to Cigar Audit. Matt here with the My Father Lancero, and it's performing well. I would say the one disappointing thing is the transitions are a little muddy, so you get a few awkward draws that have a strange taste to them. But once you get past those draws, you start to get that new flavor profile and that transition. In this third, it has moved to a nice leather with some cream, and you also get some citrus notes, which is interesting, and a fair amount of bell pepper. So there's a very vegetal note to the draw. The finish is pretty smooth leather with some sweet spices, your cinnamon, your nutmeg, and a little bit of clove in there, and some white pepper. The retrohale is pretty strong, but it's smooth, which is pretty hard to do, so that's been pleasant. So it's a very bright white pepper with some citrus notes to it, so it's a very enjoyable stick. Another part that's a little disappointing, which is common with Lanceros, is the light has not stayed consistent. So I've had to relight it a few times. So that's a little disappointing. Typical to Lanceros, but the My Father brand typically does better, which I expected more out of this cigar, but the flavors are good, and the finish is smooth, and I'm hoping for another big transition here. Hopefully we get back to that coffee flavor that started to develop but never stayed as a binding flavor. But a well-blended cigar. For the most part, it's constructed well, but the burn is a little disappointing. It's sharp, but it does go out after a period of time, and mine looks like it just went out now, which kind of pisses me off. But so I'll relight this guy, get through the last third, and we'll see how it progresses. Welcome back to Cigar Audit. Matt finishing up the My Father Lancero. Last third, there wasn't a whole lot of progression or change. Towards the end, I did get some meaty notes, which was pleasant. A lot of bell pepper, leather, so very similar to the prior thirds. I expected more transition. I expected more creamy notes. The finish was a little creamier than the other thirds, and who doesn't like a creamy finish? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I'm going to rate this stick. I think it performed well. It's a good cigar. I've had these where they performed a lot better, and this one just hasn't performed up to those expectations. The finish here at the end, I do get not only that creaminess, but late on the finish, a little more spice to it. So it's progressed, but not drastically. All in all, it's a good cigar. Construction was pretty good. Never had a relight issue after that spot in the body. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this cigar a 92. I've had these where they've been 95 before, but this particular cigar didn't quite reach that level. I would say try it out. It's not a size that most people enjoy or smoke often, but if you see it at the shop, try it out. If you get a good one, and I've had a handful of these, this is probably the worst one I've had, and it's a 92. So that kind of gives you an idea. If you like a full-bodied cigar, if you like a rich cigar, then I would try this cigar. If you're looking for medium to medium mild, do not try this cigar. It's definitely fuller bodied. Nicotine strength is not all that strong. You get a little bit of a note there, a little bit of a buzz, but not much. So all in all, good cigar. I like the Lancero size, and I will fairly soon review the Liga Privada L40, which I really enjoyed the last time I smoked. So thanks for watching us. Feel free to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, and don't forget to check out cigaraudit.com. See you next time.